for another edition of the Agents of Inclusion podcast, brought to you by Special Olympics and Odyssey. We're here to inspire and encourage everyone to open up and be more inclusive for the betterment of society and yourself. I'm JR of the JR Sport Brief Show on CBS Sports Radio. New episodes drop every Wednesday. If you haven't followed or subscribed, don't wait. Go ahead and do that now. This is a special episode live from the New York Red Bulls Arena in Harrison, New Jersey. The Red Bulls are a Major League Soccer franchise representing the entire New York City metropolitan area. They're also leaders when it comes to inclusion. They have a sensory room so everyone can enjoy a match if it gets too loud. The Red Bulls also have a unified soccer team made up of young athletes of all abilities who play against other MLS teams before the pros do their thing. It's an awesome experience to play on the same field in a major league setting, just like the pros. Following the unified game between the New York Red Bulls and NYCFC, I connected with two Red Bull unified athlete teammates and, more importantly, friends representing Special Olympics New Jersey, athlete Isabelle Noonan and partner representative Shaeleigh Fleidner-Book. We'll find out how they became friends at Westmore Central High in New Jersey, how sports has brought them together, and why teamwork and unity is just as important off the field as on it. And of course, we're going to find out about that unified game and putting on that Red Bull jersey in a Major League Soccer arena. Let's check in with Isabelle and Shaeleigh. Isabelle, say what's up to the folks.
Hey guys, what's up?
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I got no complaints. We're doing good. And Shaeleigh, say what's up to the people.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Good. So let me ask you all individually first. This question is posed to you first, Shaeleigh. Tell everyone who you are, where you go to school, what you do.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shaeleigh Fleidner-Book. I go to Westmore Central, nearby Long Valley, New Jersey, and I'm a partner for Unified. I'm involved in multiple programs, and yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Isabelle, come through. Is it okay if I call you Izzy, Isabelle?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Tell everyone who you are, what you do.
Hi, everyone. I'm Isabelle Noonan. I'm also from West Morris. I've done Unified for the past 5 years, have been in multiple different programs each year.
So for anyone who's not familiar with Unified Sports, what is Unified Sports, Shaeleigh?
Unified Sports is a collection of sports, whether it's soccer, track and field, or basketball, not necessarily in that order, of when partners, typically neurotypical, partner up with children with some sort of special needs or disability, and we work together to form friendships, and we play sports together, and it's ultimately just a wonderful time of playing on the field and bonding.
We know we're here in Red Bull Arena specifically for soccer or football, whatever the world will call it. What sports do you specifically participate in outside of soccer?
Outside of soccer, I also participate in track and field and basketball with Unified.
And what about you, Izzy? What sports have you participated in?
So also outside of soccer, I also do basketball and track and field, but also I'm also with our Spirit Squad, which involves cheerleading.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. So when you say the Spirit Squad and cheerleading, you're cheering for any sport? This is at the high school, right?
Yep, this is at my high school.
That's awesome. So amongst all of the sports that you participate in, soccer's a big one today. Do you have one in particular that's your favorite?
Yes. I definitely like soccer. Sorry, not soccer. My favorite is probably basketball because that's just like the sport that gets my competitive atmosphere out the most, and I can really show that.
So how did you two get connected? Is it through your high school, correct?
Yep. Yes.
And what was the connection? Was it a particular sport? Was it an event? How did this take place?
So I had joined Unified my freshman year during track when we were virtual during COVID. And I had met Izzy through that also, as well as like after COVID when things started going back to normal. I would see her in the hallways and I'd see her after school. And she was just such a bright personality. She always lit up my day no matter what happened. And I'm like, I got to be friends with this girl. And I got to know her and we've bonded over the years. And I'm very grateful for her.
What was that first experience like for you, Izzy? You met Shaeleigh. What were your thoughts? Y'all have such a great relationship. I could feel it.
Okay. this girl is so unbelievably positive, and whenever anybody, regardless on who they are, regardless if she knows anyone or not, she's always right by their side to kind of, just lift up their spirits.
I love it. We're all about lifting spirits together. That's why we're doing this podcast, Agents of Inclusion. Now, I also understand amongst the many sports that you participate in, Izzy, you got some hardware, you got some medals. What are some of the things that you've won in this process?
So I am a silver and gold medalist. I am a gold and a silver medalist in soccer, same with basketball, and I also have got some gold, silver, and bronze medal also in track.
Oh, you're big time. Are you running out of space, or does every place you got like a set space for everything?
Honestly, it's pretty much just everywhere in my room. It probably is just wherever I can fit it.
It sounds like my room as well. So don't worry about it too much. How long have you been participating as an athlete? What drew you to sports?
So just for a little backstory, I graduated in 2022.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But college just isn't the place for me at the moment. So I'm currently in our 18 to 21 program called Aspire. So, which allows me to do 2 more years of high school to help me with independent living.
I love that. You got a plan and you're going forward towards that plan. Mm-hmm. What drew you, Shaeleigh, towards Special Olympics and just unified sports? What drew you in? What was that first exposure?
Okay, so just to give some backstory myself, throughout my life I've been involved in various ministries, especially at my church. I've been involved in the special needs ministry, working with young kids, older kids, whatever, and doing activities with them, growing faith with them. And when I entered my high school career around freshman year, an old friend of mine that was previously involved in Unified was like, hey, this program's great. It has a lot of the things that you believe in, a lot of the things you're passionate about, and some great friendships are there for you. So I think you should go for it. And I listened to them, and I haven't looked back. I've been involved all 4 years of my high school career, and I'm very glad I made that decision.
It's so awesome to see you guys come together. You have a thought that you want to share, Izzy? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to answer your question that you had for Shaeleigh. So I found out of Unified from my coach, actually, because I was helping him set up an event, and he told my mom that, hey, I'm thinking about starting this sports team that involves kids with disabilities and with kids who do not have disabilities. And he told her that I would be a great addition. So.
And here we are.
And here we are 5 years later.
It's 5 years already?
Yes, it has been 5 years.
That's a good thing. I guess time flies when you're having fun, right?
Absolutely.
So here we are, 5 years later. We're here at Red Bull Arena, New York City metropolitan area, Harrison, New Jersey. What was the experience like for you guys? You can both answer this question. To be out on a professional soccer pitch and then wearing the Red Bull logo as well. How does that feel? You first, Shaeleigh.
It's absolutely very surreal for me, and very much a huge honor to be a part of something like this. Not a lot of teams get this opportunity, and I'm very grateful that our team stood out and was chosen to be like, hey, you get to wear the Red Bulls logo. Hey, you get to be on the stadium and get the honor of playing on the field. It's huge coming from a small town where there's rural areas everywhere to be a part of something so big. So I'm honored.
What about you, Izzy? Go ahead.
So it was definitely very surreal playing on that soccer field. And honestly, to be completely honest, it took me a little bit to fully comprehend that I was playing soccer at the Red Bulls Arena, because again, not a lot of schools, pretty much in the entire country, get to do this. So I'm really, really honored.
Nah, it's pretty cool. To add some more background and context, MLS is such a cool supporter with and for Special Olympics, even Red Bull. And so these type of matches, the ones that you guys played with, they take place before the big time matches in a lot of cities and a lot of stadiums and arenas all over the country. And so today's match that took place when we're recording this episode was between the Red Bulls, which you guys represented, and NYCFC, which is a little bit of a rivalry. because both teams are representing New York City. So it's pretty cool to see all of this take place. Was there one favorite memory that you have today, Izzy, from being out on the pitch? Anything that stands out? By the way, I got footage of you warming up, so I'm going to share it with you later.
Awesome, thank you. Honestly, my favorite memory was probably when I was doing a chant and I accidentally misspelled the word Red Bull.
You misspelled Red Bull?
I did, yeah.
It's okay. I do it. I misspell things all the time.
So for anyone who's curious, I accidentally skipped the letter U and went straight to the letter L.
So that's REDBLLS.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Shaeleigh? Is there a memory that you have being out there on the pitch? Like, this is probably like a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely loved Izzy's chant. She forgot the U for unified. It was really cool, though. I love cheering for my team. I always love cheering for my team and watching everybody go up and down and me being able to be on defense and midfield and being able to take the ball up, being able to watch somebody take the ball up, scoring and cheering and just being together as a team is just amazing.
Shaeleigh, you talked about the U for unified. Mm-hmm. What is the benefit for any and everybody to be unified, to see sports as a unifier?
To see sports as a unifier, it like really makes it like more personal and like more about like the people than the game. It brings people together, and it's a beautiful thing. It really is, like being able to meet people, and it's more than the score on wherever it's more than the scoreboard. It's more than that. It's about the friendships. It's about the people. It's about the bonds you make, cheering and supporting the people around you. And I think that's the most successful thing that we could get out of any of these games. And I think it's what brought us to success today, even though we didn't come out with the W. But I see that as a victory myself.
Absolutely a victory. And what about you, Izzy? When I think about the word unity or unified, why is that important to you?
Because it's a movement and it's also a message, because it gives everyone the open eye and say, oh, she's different than me or he's different than me. They can still do phenomenally well in sports.
Izzy said it perfectly and succinctly. It's all about a movement and a message. In fact, during the recording, I was at a loss for words when she spoke so profoundly. Unified sports shows us all there's a beauty in being different. We're all the same, but each of us is unique. And that's awesome. A matter of fact, it's beyond awesome. It's beautiful. Coming up in a moment, I'll ask about their lives away from sports and getting outside of their comfort zones. We're speaking with Isabelle Noonan and Shaeleigh Fleidner-Book. After a unified soccer match at Red Bulls Arena, I spoke with these two young athletes. But sports isn't what defines them. They're still students with a wide variety of hobbies. So I asked, what else interests them? What else gets you going? Shaeleigh picks it up from here.
So I myself am a musician. I play violin. I know how to play saxophone, guitar, ukulele. I'm in orchestra, symphony. I also sing. I'm in various choir groups. I'm a Girl Scout. I'm currently working on my Gold Award that's actually focusing very similar to Unified. It's called Neurotypical plus Neurodivergent equals Happiness, where I have basically a very similar idea of Unified, but like of summer camps and younger kids about ages kindergarten through 5th grade, just doing fun activities and hanging out together. So yeah.
A musician. You play, well, so I guess the better question is, what don't you play? Is there anything that you don't play?
Yeah, I don't play more of the wind instruments. I guess oboe is one of them.
Okay. Okay. And then for you, Izzy, what are some of your favorite things to do when you're not participating in athletics or sports?
So as for me, I'm the same thing. I love music. I was in choir for, I think, 5 years. That was until my sophomore year of high school. I love business. I'm a huge fan of business. I grew up in a really business-oriented family. And I also love playing with my dogs.
I love it. Well, how many dogs do you have and what are their names?
I have 2. So I have a chocolate Labradoodle. His name is Teddy. He is 7 years old. And then I have, oh my God, what's it called? Oh my God. Hold on. What's it called? Oh, I have a Bernedoodle, and her name is Bailey, and she just turned 2.
Oh, you keep him busy here with all of the pets. Mm-mm. Business, musician. So what are some of the future aspirations? If you, Izzy, had a dream job or position, you said you're interested in business, what would it be?
So I just kind of wanted to flashback on your kind of personality right now. You are kind of like a sports broadcaster, and that's kind of similar to what I wanted to do. I kind of wanted to do a mixture of sports and business.
Well, I don't think you have to want it to do it. Let's just do it. I think it's that simple. Yeah, I am a sports broadcaster, and so any way that I can help you, I'm here. It's really that simple. I'm going to give you my number, and I'm here. Give you advice, and we can go to games. I'm here. It's really that simple.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
I'm a simple guy. Simple guy. Shaeleigh, what about you? What do you want to get into? You're moving on up. What's up?
So I recently committed to Virginia Tech for veterinary medicine. I want to be a veterinarian when I get older. I absolutely love animals from a young age. I've just always been in love with animals, and even the more gruesome parts of the job, like being able to clean the animals, going in the shadow, and like take care of various things. I want to be in there for it all. So yeah.
So the exposure or the love of animals, where did you get this from? Were there a lot of animals in the house growing up? Or pets? Was there a snake hanging from the ceiling? Like, where'd the love for animals come from?
So ever since I was born, I was surrounded by dogs. My parents had 2 Jack Russell Terriers who were very, very, very energetic dogs. So I grew up with them as a kid, and I was exposed to them. They'd come near me, bounce around. I'd watch my dad like take a frisbee like with one of my dogs attached to it and have him like literally horizontal in the air, spinning him around. I'd watch them run around. I'd get to feed them, pet them. And as one of mine got sick, and as both of them got older, of course, like they're not able to see, they walk slower, and that gradual things happen. I was there when they were put down. I was there when things were tough, and it taught me like, hey, this is something I want to do. I want to be there for animals that are not just mine. I want to be able to save animals, care for them, and be there when maybe nobody else is.
I hear you on that one. Where did your love for animals come from? Y'all have a lot of similar interests, so I understand why you two get along. But Izzy, where did your love for animals come from?
My love for animals came, again, as a really young age, probably when I was 4. Someone who used to work super, super closely to my family would always point out, like deer, birds, squirrels, even like a grasshopper in the living room. It showed me how many legs it had.
Oh, those things are big. You can't miss
it. And what it does. So it was really, really. So she really exposed to me on the love of animals. She even showed me like a little bunch of baby bunnies that she found by her house, and I would help her take care of them, and then soon we released them, and then many years later we rescued a premature baby kitten that was only 1 day old.
Oh my God!
And we took care for her as best as we could for about 2 weeks, and then unfortunately, due to how small she was, right, and how unnourished she was, and that she had no mother, she unfortunately passed away after 2 weeks.
Oh no. There's a lot of empathy in this room. There's a lot of love as well in this room. Not everybody's going to have the experience that y'all had today. Not everybody can participate with the Red Bulls or NYCFC or MLS. Shaeleigh, can you just talk to us about the importance of just venturing outside your comfort zone? Because I think an important thing that you mentioned about being unified, mm-hmm, people can be so comfortable. Like Special Olympics has events. There are events, like you said, at churches and sporting events where people can just step outside the box and realize that we're more alike than we are different. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. So Definitely throughout my life, you always want to get comfortable. Sometimes you get comfortable in whatever you're doing, and when you get comfortable, you're not able to grow. And although taking risks and stepping out of your comfort zone can be very scary, it can be very daunting at times, it's so important, and a lot of things come to fruition when you step outside your comfort zone. You meet people, you have experiences like we're here. And just dreams come true. Things happen, miracles happen when you step out of your comfort zone. You take that leap, you take that risk. So what I can tell anybody out here is if you have something you want to go for, if you have a passion, just go for it. Put that effort out there and go for it.
Izzy, for you, what does it mean to have opportunities and experiences like this? What does it mean to you?
So again, what Shaeleigh said, it obviously can be very tough, very daunting, very scary, and also it can be a little intimidating because you're thinking to yourself like, wait, my passions, my goals are completely different from the person next to me. So would they like what I want to do? Will they not? Will they still talk to me? So it definitely is a really, really daunting task that people do have to take.
What advice would you share with someone, Izzy, that feels that way, that doesn't feel a part of things, that feels separated? What advice would you give to them to kind of help them get out of their shell?
So I would say if your goal and aspirations and inspirations are completely different, break that shell. Come out of it, because this is your job. This is your life. It doesn't have to be like a cookie cutter job. You can completely expand on that. And honestly, and when you expand, it's going to be so much different than the person next to you.
So I always tell people, you get growth from going through experiences and stepping into places where you don't necessarily feel comfortable. I appreciate both of y'all for sharing your stories and your messages, your interests. There's a lot of people who are going to take a listen to this, and they're going to come out of their shell. And just by listening to you all and your story, it's going to make somebody else's life just a little bit better, especially through sports. It's been cool to chat with y'all here at Red Bull Arena. Shaeleigh, do you have any final words about the experience and Red Bull and MLS?
Sure, absolutely. I'm just so grateful to be here, and I'm just so grateful I was able to work with the other team. I'm grateful for my coach and everybody else that's down there taking a bite right now. I'm grateful for my friend Izzy, and at the end of the day, even though we didn't win the game, like, we showed who we were. We went through with our motto, and we showed, hey, we're this is who we are as a team. This is who we are as people. And I think that's just the most amazing thing ever. So for anybody else out there who, again, is struggling like with who they are and coming out of their shell, show people who you are. At some point, you will be able to find your group that belongs to you, your friendships, and your experiences. So again, go out there and go get it.
Izzy, last thing. Tell everybody what teamwork means to you.
So teamwork means to obviously work together, even if they have different backgrounds than you. They still can bounce off different ideas and opinions to other people to work something out.
Unified, teamwork, together. These are the themes. I want to thank you all again. Much love. Appreciate you guys.
Oh my God, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
A big shout outs to Isabelle and Shaeleigh for sharing the wise words and message. I really felt the love in the room. Thank you as well to the New York Red Bulls for helping to share the power of inclusivity. That's Joe, Mark, Andrew, Sammy, and Tony Lynn for helping make this episode happen. Teamwork shouldn't stop when you walk off the field. It should extend to every element of your life, working with those from every corner to make the world a better place. Go to SpecialOlympics.org to find out how you can join the team. There's many ways to do so. There's a local event or program near you. Events are year-round and all over the world. Get unified and be a good teammate. I'm JR from CBS Sports Radio, and this is the Agents of Inclusion podcast, brought to you by Special Olympics and Odyssey. New episodes drop every Wednesday, but don't just follow and subscribe. Embrace others, be inclusive, and join the team.